ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Namaste, all of you. Welcome back to our continuing study of this great text, Vivekachudamani, authored by Adi Shankaracharya and taught to us so compassionately, exposing us to the systematic teaching given out by Adi Shankaracharya in this work. The true meaning of the word of the title of this work is slowly but steadily emerging through these shlokas, especially the 12th shloka, the all important 12th shloka, in which Adi Shankaracharya is clearly affirming the importance of samyak vicharaha, a thorough analytical study of the problem at hand. We must remember a verse, a shloka from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in which Lord Krishna, in the 8th chapter, he says, Mayi arpita mano buddhihi. I'll read out that verse. Mayi arpita mano buddhihi mame vaishyasya samshayam. In the 7th shloka of chapter 8, Akshara Brahma Yoga, he says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhya cha mayi arpita mano buddhihi mame vaishyasya samshayam. Krishna very clearly says, take a level headed approach to situations and problems in life. Mayi arpita mano buddhihi. May your emotions and your thinking faculty, your buddhi, look at everything very level headedly. Where I must use my heart, where I must use my head. This discrimination itself is a great step forward. The problem in this verse, the problem that is discussed is to find what is it that is causing fear and dukkha in the observer's mind, in the ignorant person's mind. Where is it all originating from? Shankaracharya wants us to get to the root of it. And therefore he says, Rajju Tattvavadharana. Get to understand the rope in its entirety. The problem of this rope snake, the emergence of the rope snake, the birth of the rope snake, is lying somewhere else. Instead of finding out where the problem lies, if you are only attempting to to address the symptoms by praying to Garuda Bhagavan, by uttering the Garuda mantra, or calling a snake charmer to drive away that rope snake, friends, it is not going to help. When the problem is ignorance, the solution has to come in the form of shining the flashlight of knowledge on the object we are ignorant about. It is ignorance that is giving rise to the snake, ignorance of the rope that's giving rise to the snake, and the accompanying bhaya and shoka. So Shankaracharya is emphasizing the fact that we must inquire more into that object. We seem to have drawn conclusions, wrong conclusions, is what Shankaracharya is saying. There are a lot of misconceptions about that object that is lying in semi darkness. Is it a snake? Is it a mala? Is it a streak of water? Is it a crack on the earth? Lot of speculation. All of this arises from one factor, and that is the ignorance of the rope, which is the adisthanam, which is the very basis of that snake and all other misconceptions that arise. Ignorance is the primary culprit. So Shankaracharya is asking a very simple question. What is it that is going to help you rid ignorance? What is it that generally helps one to rid ignorance of anything? If I want to know at what time a particular train arrives on a platform at a particular station, what do I need to do? I'm ignorant of the fact. I don't know if the expected train, is running to time or is it delayed due to some reason. All this can simply be ascertained either by calling the railway inquiry desk or checking on the internet and ridding oneself of most of that ignorance. Sometimes, even after knowing about the running status of the train, in a few minutes after we have checked, things could change drastically, which we may not be aware of. At least temporarily, we have addressed this problem of ignorance of the running status of the train. If instead of doing this, I say to myself, "Ha, I will sit down in my room and do japa, through which I will get the knowledge about the running status of the train." Doesn't it sound foolish? I must know where japa will work, where inquiry will work, which is why Krishna said in that shloka, Mai arpita mano buddhi mame vaishyasya samshayam. You will definitely reach me, meaning you will be freed of ignorance and the resulting misconceptions. Bhidyate hridaya grantihi छिद्यन्ते चास्य संशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि तस्मिन् दृष्टे परावरे, says the Mundaka Upanishad, a very famous mantra from the Mundaka Upanishad. Bhidyate hridaya grantihi. All the knots that are tying you down, kshiyante sarva samshayaha or chidyante sarva samshayaha. All the doubts that you may have, kshiyante chasya karmani, all your sanchita karmas, agami karmas and prarabdha karmas, kshiyante, they just vanish. Tasmin drishte paravare. Once you get self knowledge, everything gets driven away. So, applying oneself with one's heart and one's head is very important. And if Shankaracharya and all our acharyas say so, can we call them fanatics? No. They are being wise, they're being practical, super practical. Shankaracharya therefore says in this important and significant shloka, Rajju Tatvavadharana. Let me read the shloka first. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting shloka. It's worth getting by heart. Samyak vicharata siddha Rajju tatvavadharana Bhrantodita Mahasarpa Bhaya Dukkha Vinashini, says Shankara in this shloka. So, Rajju Sarpava Dharana, it means having a clear knowledge of the rope. Rajju here means rope. The rope is Satyam. The rope is Satyam, the substratum of the false snake. The rope is the Mithya Sarpa Adhishtanam. Mithya Sarpa Adhishtanam. It is the basis of the false snake that is superimposed on the rope. The word avadharana means nischaya jnanam. Nischaya jnanam. It is not enough if I say it may be a rope. I say it may be a rope. And someone else says, okay, if that be the case, go and touch it then. Go, man, go and touch it. Then it is natural to say, why take the risk? Isn't it? This guy is not saying it is a rope. Note that point over there. He isn't asserting that it is a rope. He's saying it may be a rope. Then when I push him to take that step and say, then go and touch it. And this guy is saying, oh, why risk it? Isn't it? It's but natural. Similarly, if I say that the world is Brahman with conviction, it is one thing. But if I say the world may be Brahman, the world may be Brahman, then there is an element of doubt in my statement. That is not enough. That is not enough. This lack of clarity is what causes all kinds of misconceptions to arise in our minds. If I knew clearly that the world is Brahman and Brahman alone, there is nothing other than Brahman, then there is no problem. In Atma Bodha, Shankaracharya says, Jagad Vilakshanam Brahma Brahmanonyanna Kinchana Brahman Brahmanyat Bhati Chen Mithya Yatha Marumarichika. Then he follows it up by saying Drishyate Shruyate Yadyade Brahmanonyanna Tad Bhavet Tatvajnanacha Tad Brahma Satchidanandamadvayam. There is nothing other than Brahman. And that Brahman is not some other entity, that Brahman I am. If one says that the world is Brahman with this understanding, then there is no problem. But if I have not clarified my own doubts and I still have a lot of misconceptions, then if I say the world may be Brahman, then there is an element of doubt in my statement. There will always be a sense of cat pawing through the world. I will not be able to face the world squarely. There's a lot of study involved, friends. You're going to see all this in the capsules to come. So, if I say the world may be Brahman, then there is an element of doubt in my statement. This is not enough. Therefore, avadharana means I should know that this is the truth, that is, the rope is the truth in this case, that this is the whole truth, that the rope alone is the truth, and that is the whole truth, and it is nothing but the truth. There's nothing else other than the rope. Likewise, there's nothing else other than that harmless Brahman. Nothing else. It is because we don't know the Adhishtanam Brahma that, and because of that ignorance, we have ignored Brahman. We've ignored ourselves. We have ignored our Chaitanya Swarupa. We have ignored our Swatantra Swarupa. We have ignored our Nirguna Swarupa. We have ignored our Nitya Swarupa, our Sarvagata Swarupa, and that I am only one Eka Swarupa. Due to this ignorance, I am not able to face either Ishvara or the world or other jivas squarely. I'm always tormented by time, Father Time, when my true nature is Kala Atitaha, when my true nature is Nityaha and Swatantraha, not knowing it makes me run from pillar to post. This is what we are going to learn in Vivekachudamani as we progress. So the rope is the truth, it is the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That is called avadharana, nischaya jnanam. What does this Rajju Sarpa avadharana do? What is its effect? It is Vinashini. Vinashini. It is the destroyer of the Mahasarpa Bhayam. It is the destroyer of the Mahasarpa Bhayam that emerged because of the rope snake, and that rope snake emerged because of the ignorance of the basis of the rope snake, which is the rope itself. The fear born out of Mahasarpa, the huge snake, this knowledge of the rope has the power to destroy. The knowledge destroys ignorance of the rope and the consequences of that ignorance, which is bhayam and shokam. We will pick up the thread of this lovely discussion in the upcoming capsules and take our study forward. Hari Om.